Alright, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. We're now gonna fight 3 fucking cultist priests, which are annoying as hell. So, try to focus them down one at a time. Because I need each one to die in quick succession if possible. And after that, I don't know what we'll do. So yeah, if you can avoid all that shit, that's great, you know. You guys both are able to dodge that. That's just like godsend, you know. You do that. The 20% stress is not actually healing 20 stress damage, but it just reduces the amount of stress damage you take by 20%. So there's an can be kind of a lot, kind of not a lot, depending. Because if you think about in terms of, there's a good example. So additional 20% stress damage means that I saved all of like 2 to 3 stress points off of that.
The will to fight falters.
And I'm glad these guys are hitting, because I've had situations where characters that should hit do not, and it's very obnoxious. And I have to apologize, even though I've been playing this game for quite a bit now on this new run. I still get certain things confused with the old build that I played initially before any of the DLCs came out. So like, I think Gravedigger was one of those characters originally that was used as supposed to clean up corpses, and I think they moved her away from that because people weren't using that ability, or primarily for that ability, or perhaps it was too broken. I don't know. I know that the Man-at-Arms ability to add 20 or to add extra evasion was definitely nerfed, so you can only use it once. What do you call it? Grand Finale or whatever Jester has was also nerfed. You can only use it once.
A devastating blow.
I think they kind of balanced it, is probably a better way to say it, because I think like Grand Finale, I don't think you can miss on that now, or if you can, it's very low. Whereas in the earlier game, it was sort of like a 50-50 of whether or not you were going to hit or miss. You're either going to do no damage or you're going to do a ton of damage. But again, I'm relying on my memory on the old game, old version as well. So could be lying to you right now. Not really sure. Sort of like, I have this memory, and I don't know why I have this memory, but it's like one of those things that they talk about, like Berenstain Bears, you know, the Berenstain Barons or whatever, where you remember it as in one way, but it never actually existed that way. I don't know. Some things it makes my head hurt, like thinking about like the little things, the one that I heard about recently was the Fruit of the Loom logo. Allegedly, the Fruit of the Loom logo never had a cornucopia in it, and everyone seems to remember a cornucopia on it. I don't remember either way because I didn't pay attention to their logo, nor do I care. But that's like one of those things where like you misremember stuff. And I think I mentioned this in Dark Souls 1. I could have sworn there was a bonfire that was like 15 feet away from the Four Kings. And I just feel like I dreamt that up, or it never existed. Or Maybe they patched it out or something. I don't know. It was like supposed to be a hidden secret bonfire you're not supposed to know about. But if you find it, it's like super, like a 2-second run between the bonfire and, you know, the boss. There's one like that in
Passion is a rarity in the fevered
a little
pit
different.
of
Yeah, there's one like that in Dark Souls 2, where it's the bonfire that's very close to the Rat King fog door. God, I'll be pissed off if I go back and play that game and find out that that bonfire is way far away from the Rat King. And it wasn't legitimate. I don't think it was literally next to the like the fog door, but it was pretty damn close. Because what's supposed to happen is when you beat the Rat King, it doesn't actually spawn a bonfire like it does in the others. You know, you defeat a boss, it spawns a bonfire which you can use to teleport back and quickly level yourself up. I gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. I'm a little stuffy today. I don't know why. Shouldn't be stuffed up at all. I'm not sick or anything. Gonna fight a guy. Gonna fight a guy. Oh, there's no guys in here. Oh well. So this is a secret room, and by super secret I mean it's just sort of out of the way a little bit. I believe it has an ancestral treasure in it. Yes, it does. So as soon as we beat this room, we'll be able to loot that little bag, which is behind the cultist, and I believe that gives you an either a high-powered trinket or an ancestral treasure, which is a one-off sort of thing. You can only have one of them in your inventory at a time.
Singular strike. Those who covet injury find it in no short supply. The ground quakes.
It's one thing that's very obnoxious about the Darkest Dungeon is how long some of these battles take. Not because it's difficult, but because I'm using this time right now to heal. So I'm gonna have to sort of figure out what I want to do with this recording style, because I'm not sure we want to sit here for a whole episode while I debuff my team. I mean, because that's literally what I'm going to do here, is I'm going to have Jester just... he might be dead after this, but we'll see. I mean, I just want Jester to take, you know, some of the stress off of her so she gets down around maybe 50%. And sort of what I was saying earlier in, I think, the last episode, or either earlier this episode or earlier last episode, depending on how I cut this. Excellent. That's such a good one. Extra dodge is so good. Yeah, I'm literally trying to figure out if I want to drop that on somebody. Alright, now we're actually gonna go fight the boss, I think. Oh no, we're not. I'm sorry. One more battle, and we'll sit down to bonfire, then we'll fight a boss. There's actually a, this first boss you fight called the Shuffling Horror is a boss you can actually fight earlier in the game. You ever see those, they're like little red orb thingies that are coming up out of the ground, and there's like a spiky, I don't know what you call it, spiky root shooting up from the ground. In the middle is this red gem. You use a torch on it, it'll summon the Shambling Horror, which can be pretty fucking devastating because he's very difficult. He's essentially an end game, you know, enemy that you could probably beat with some lower level guys, like level 3. Definitely 5s and 6s can. 3 or 4 may be able to beat him. A team of 3 and 4s may be able to do it, but I think you're going to struggle mightily. Unless, of course, you have sort of an all-around team that can hit and do damage from any position. Because his main thing is he takes your character lineup, you know, and he shuffles them. So, you know, if Vestal or whoever is really good in, say, slots 3 and 4, but can't do anything in slots 1 and 2, you're kind of fucked when she gets pulled, and then you spend too much time shuffling your guys around trying to get them back into position just for the guy to reshuffle your units again. So I don't know. I mean, it's a fun, interesting boss idea, because while there are characters or encounters that shuffle your guys, this one is designed specifically around the fact that you probably have assigned positions or assigned seats for each of your guys, and now you have to figure out, how am I going to deal with this now that Vestal is in slot 1 or Man-at-Arms is in slot 4 and can't do any damage.
Is patient. It will wait.
Yeah, so we're trying to get through these guys as quickly as possible, one at a time. He's dead, that's good. Get rid of the priest will be super great. And then I don't think this guy can... The malignant growth, I don't think he can summon anything.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Everybody needs bandages, jeez. One thing you need to do in the darkest dungeon is don't skimp on healing stuff. That's medicine, that's bandages, that's medicine herbs. I mean, you're not going to run into any blockages, so you're not going to need any shovels. You're not going to need any keys. There's really no... There are no treasure chests that require keys in this. Holy water's good, but there's like... That's mainly just for your guys, to put on your guys so that they can take less damage and have higher resistance to stuff. Yeah, that's kind of what we want to do, is want to lower that stress as much as possible and then heal up some damage where we can. And because I've been building buildings in the background of these episodes, between episodes, you're going to notice that there are certain things that I'm getting bonuses for. Like, I think I got extra respite because I have Jester in my party. You know, Jester and all the characters are getting special little bonuses here and there as well. Because I built some of their buildings that help to make them stronger, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. But yes, we're going to go to that bar one right here. Now that we've officially healed our guys up a little bit, we're going to do some of their stress. We have this encounter, and then the next one's going to be the boss. Let's go back to 100% stress. That's what I want. I want to go right back to 100% stress. I do have to get rid of the priest first, though, because he just will undo everything I just did, health-wise. That was good damage. She's not supposed to do that kind of damage because of the trinket I have on her. Increases her healing by 33%, but reduces her attack down quite a bit. Good. Dead. Now we can focus on these two. Fine. What are you gonna do? We are going to smash her skulls in with this giant hammer, though. I do not like Grave Robber right now, and I don't know why. Just a little off, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to hit her again. Yeah, whatever, you jerk off. I care. Well, that was an unfortunate dodge, because now that requires me to do that. Could have saved that for you in the front. But Jester ultimately evaded it, so it doesn't matter. Alright, I'm gonna put the hammer down and that'll be it for this. And 1 HP.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten. The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
So even though we wanted to get rid of the priest up to this run, we're going to focus down on killing the shambling horror. He's got 2 different attacks that he can do every turn. And in comparison to the priest who can only attack once, you know, debuffing him with, you know, stat down stuff, plus poison, plus bleed. He'll bleed himself out before long if I just keep stacking it. But yeah, think about that 9 there. If I can do the same thing over again, which it doesn't look like it's going to happen, but that could be 18. And mind you, because he's getting 2 turns every round, he's going to burn through the number of bleed / poison turns he has every turn.
Inspiration and improvement.
Big heal. Dodged. More bleed. Thank you. Nope, he resisted the bleed. That's okay.
Beyond one's limits.
That's where that was what I was talking about in terms of him shuffling the party. You spend too much time worried about where your party members are, you're gonna lose out on whatever. Damage, heal, you name it. But on the other hand, you'll run into a situation where with Man-at-Arms in the back, you're kind of fucked. You can't really do anything back there other than, I believe, protect. Yeah, now she's not letting me move, so I'm gonna have to pass my turn because I can't do anything else. Move 2 forward. That'll put you at least in position. Undulation. There we go, that's much better. Well, not really. Yeah, she just moved me to the back of the pack again. I'm doing everything I just did. Just let me control you, that's all I care about. I don't care if you're stressing out my other guys. Just let me make the choices of where I want to put stuff.
Compassion is a rarity.
Passion is a rarity.
Of battle.
Stuck in the balls. Oh yeah, I know.
Exposed to a killing blow.
He'll be dead. He'll be on death's door here in a second. Good job.
As
There's
life
death's doors
ebbs,
though.
terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Alright, you heal the whole party. A good crit heal. You can see I've got a bunch of level 6s here. I'm still kind of having to play around with the move because he works in slots 2 and 1, 2, but he doesn't really do as good a job in slot 4. He'll be dead soon enough though. Don't care.
The wounds of war can be
At this point, I don't care about Gravedigger.
never hidden.
She can die. She wants to die, she can go die. Got about, let's see here. Depends on how, if I can deal any more poison or bleed damage. He's got 1 more round. His 2 turns will kill him. Oh, that's good. Good.
A hand's
Good old
breadth from
Lily.
becoming unwound.
We're doing 12 damage. Yep, she's dead. Oh well, I don't care. The nature of this game, you can't get upset when a character like that dies. As long as you beat the boss, cover their trinkets, that's all that matters.
Does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
So now with just a priest here, this shouldn't be too hard. I do still need to keep healing, but I've got 2 guys in the front that should be able to take care of him. Stop it. Being a jerk. These misses just drive me up a wall. Like, I want to move Jester back, but I can't do it when Man-at-Arms isn't hitting. Dead, finally.
Pummeling.
Alright, let's go home.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
So those 3 torch-looking things I just got are important for the next Darkest Dungeon mission. But that'll be a couple episodes from now, so until then I hope you guys have a good one.
You will begin to see things as they truly are.